Good afternoon. Welcome to Think Purple Math. Today's topic is the what's called the addition rule. The addition rule is used. There are rules for adding and multiplying and dividing different sign numbers, i.e. integers. And these are some notes that students can refer to until they get this in rote memorization. There's four possible scenarios that we're going to look at. We're going to go ahead and look through all of them. One of them is to add numbers that have the same sign. That'll be the first topic. Then we'll go ahead and look at adding numbers, integers that have different signs. And then we'll go into multiplying same sign numbers or dividing same sign numbers. And lastly, we'll go ahead and look at multiplying and dividing numbers that have different signs. And those are the four rules. There's my bullet points. We'll go ahead and take a look at the first set there. Adding same signs. When adding same sign numbers, you simply add and keep the sign. So I put a few little samples there. I got four right below the water line. We're going to take a look at the four. So the first one is -6 plus -3. They are the same sign, and by rule we're going to add and keep the sign. So -6 plus -3 would give us -9. We go down to the next row. That's a positive. Anytime you have a number that does not visibly show a sign, whether it's positive or negative, we assume it to be positive. In this case, the 7 and the 9 are both positive. +7 plus +9, both are positive. We add and keep the sign. +16. The third column, we have another negative plus negative. -12 plus -1 would net a -13. And lastly, +10 plus a +6, both are positive, +16. So when we add the same signs, we add and keep the sign. Go to our next category. This is the one that's the most difficult for students. They always have trouble with this one. When you add numbers that have different signs, you're going to subtract the larger number from the smaller number, not looking at the sign, and then you're going to go ahead and assign the sign value of the larger number. So the rule is, if you have different signs, you subtract and take the sign of the larger number. There's our four examples below the water line. We have -11 plus 4. So we have to subtract 11 minus 4. We get +7. But since the 11 has the higher number, or the higher sign is on the 11, we'll go with -7. Second example, 10 plus -3. 10 minus 3 is 7. However, in this case, the 10 is the larger of the numbers, and this is technically a positive number, so we'll go with +7. Two more examples, -24 plus 16. 24 minus 16 is 8. The 24 happens to be the larger number, and it happens to be negative, so our result would be -8. Our last example, for adding different signs, we have 100 plus -89. So it's 100 minus 89 is 11. And 11 is my favorite number. Since 100 is positive and 100 is larger than 89 in absolute value, we're going to go with +11. Final answer. So there's a look at different signs. So that's the rule. Subtract and take the sign of the larger numbers. Okay, now we're going to multiply or divide same sign numbers. And this is a simple rule to remember. If you multiply or divide numbers that have the same sign, you're going to result in a positive. A positive divided by a positive is a positive, and also a negative divided by a negative is a positive. The same rule applies for division. A positive divided by a positive results in a positive number, or positive result. A negative divided by a negative results in a negative answer. So we'll go ahead and work below the water line. There's the rule in words. We have 4 examples. We are multiplying and dividing same sign numbers. -6 times -3, that's going to be positive 18. +5 times +4, positive 20. -25 divided by -5, and negative divided by negative is a positive. That would result in a positive 5. And lastly, 12 divided by 6. That's old school. Back when we were little, we learned that in a very young age. Positive 2. A positive divided by a positive is a positive. Our last little example is multiply or divide different sign numbers. In this case, the rule is simply this. If you multiply or divide different sign numbers, your result will be negative. A positive divided by a negative is a negative, and vice versa. So we'll go ahead and look at our 4 examples below the waterline. -6 times a +5, they are different signs. We're going to result with a -30. 10 times -7, they are different signs. -70. We go to a couple of division problems. -300 divided by +100, they are different signs. We have a -3. And our last example is 80 divided by -4. They are different signs. 80 divided by 4 is 20. But since they are different signs, we must give it a negative sign. Well, that's a look at the addition rule, and I've included the multiplication rule. They're similar. They kind of go together in hand. Feel free to stop by Think Purple Math for more instructional videos, depending on the topic that we're doing. Also, milk makes the body good. Have a great day and think purple. Peace out.